in his chest, so he couldn't talk. He could only write with us. So, you know, we saw it all. We were there, and, you know, I had to fill in for him, which, you know, felt weird because, you know, he's been trying to help me get a ride. And then he took it really literally.
Of me to just try and kill myself to give him a seat.
Like I didn't know. I didn't know it would be that.
That's shake and bake, isn't it? He drives behind and then he comes forward.
Yeah.
It's the vibe.
So yeah, I mean, it was really, really cool to see because the guy was like getting on his bicycle before he was allowed to get on his bicycle to try and start training to get back fit again, and it was really, really incredible because I also went out with him. I rode his girlfriend's bike that didn't work, and but I was out there and I was trying to go with him because it was really cool and pretty inspiring to see that like he just nothing was going to stop him getting back into the car. So it was really cool.
And look at your boy now, right?
Yeah.
He's out there bedazzling up the storm.
Just foxtrotting. And
I think he's going to give the race thing up and he's going to be on Broadway. What do you think?
Well, then, okay, because I can drive his car then again. That'll be fine.
I'll do it.
Spirit fingers. All right, well, we're going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for coming up, man. What a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Thank you.
And always a pleasure to see you, brother.
Great to meet you, James. Thank you. I appreciate that.
An emotional one, guys.
Yeah, great stuff out there on the floor.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything, guys.
Lots to learn.
Love it.
All right, thank you, guys. Thanks for coming up, Connor.
Thank you.
And give our love to Shana, wherever she may be right now. Connor, if something happens, you're the boy. You're going to step in. All right, so there it is. Yes, play them out. Play them out. The All Access Orchestra. Yeah. Which means we move into Laurie and Val, of course. Someone would say, I don't know, the favorites. They're at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, do we say things like these guys are the favorites at this point of the competition? I mean, they are at the top of the leaderboard. Everyone says how well they are doing week to week, how much they are improving.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that they are definitely one of the favorites, at least, definitely going into it. I think that many people were like, hey, Laurie's going to win.
It's interesting then when we look at this package, which we are seeing right now, for you guys that are watching this or for you guys that can't see it, it's a really emotional package. And Laurie in some ways is really struggling with the pressure. And I think that maybe it's the pressure of being the front runner. It's that pressure of wanting to do her best for Val and for the public. But yeah, it's gone to her. She's 16 years old.
I was going to say, remember, like, she's 16. Like, this is a lot to deal with, to constantly be the front runner and everybody at home, everybody on the judges' table expects a certain standard of her because it's Laurie Hernandez. She's amazing. She's this fantastic performer, and she's got this grade quality that we come to expect now. But then that can do really harmful things to the mind because you've got to keep up with that. It's almost like you started sprinting, so you can't slow down now. You have to keep going, and it can be difficult. But this beautiful young woman is an Olympic gold athlete, and she knows strength like no other.
I agree. No one knows strength. No one knows pressure like this girl. So after the week that she's had, let's see how she does right now. An incredible opening, right? Like, what a way for this to start. She's kind of dancing in a box.
It's like she can't get out. It's very metaphorical. I love this. And she just has this face, like strength.
Wow.
And this dance is obviously the Paso Doble, of course. You can tell that it's got the beautiful cape. It actually jumps as her skirt as well. And she put that on really well.
I mean,
she's just crazy good, guys.
I don't know what to tell you. I hope that you are watching this. This is insane.
I think Val has an extraordinary way of highlighting his partners and their strengths. She has a lot of them, so he's just had so much fun being able to play with the dancers. And I know for a fact that Paso Doble is one of his all-time favorite dancers. And he's very, very good at it.
Man. Don't forget last week these guys got the first perfect 10 of the season. Could we get those 10s again? I mean, this is looking pretty
they're aiming for with this dance, certainly. And I would definitely, I think I would probably give it a 10. Look at her face. So she's full of confidence. Every single step, it feels like you know that she knows it inside out because her face is right there.
I can't even deal with the fact that she's 16. Wow.
Yeah,
you guys are giving her a lot of love, and I think that there is a lot of love out there for this girl.
Amazing.
And Val is really, wow, he is making her into a incredible dancer. Week to week, even from week 1 to now, she has improved so much.
The Paso Doble is all about those strong shapes and very intense growing situation. There's no hip action, but there's a lot of growth, and you really need to keep your posture's even different. Your hips are forward, you lead with your pelvis, and she did an absolutely fantastic job, and that's all obviously down to Val and him being a really great teacher.
Yeah, look,
and
he is having a lot of fun. We've had him up here. He is enjoying himself a lot more.
He's
It feels
happy.
like he's light and it's easy. You know,
He's
sometimes
happy, Val.
he can be a little, you know, he is very concentrating on the thing,
Yes.
but he's got that lightness to him about him
Yes.
this season. And I think that, you know, Laurie's probably doing a lot of good things for him too. You know?
Oh, absolutely. No, honestly, it's very easy for the pros to be in themselves and very stressed. But then if you can have that positive attitude, and your pros and your celebrities have that positive attitude as well, it just breaks you out of it. And she is a light backstage. I mean, just look at all our pictures. Laurie's in the background, like.
Well, look,
She's brilliant.
we can see them coming in from you guys as well. Kimmy, Laurie's basically an entirely different show than everyone else. I mean, would you agree that she has really increased her lead in some ways this week?
People have to watch her performance in this show, and whether she's a favorite or not, people have to watch the show, and she's the bar. She's the example bar. Like, absolutely. Whether you're a James fan or a Tara fan or a Calvin fan, she definitely does set the bar in terms of dance performance. I mean, she's the only one so far that has all 10s. And I think that people will be watching her performances on where to gauge, oh, okay, if I need a 10, I need to look like that.
And I think that we are getting to know her. She's only 16 years old. She is obviously an absolute competitor.
Yes.
She loves... Wow, was that booing?
It was booing because I feel like Carrie-Anne is saying something that we've all said before. Like, it's where do you go from here? What I feel like Laurie, what she has to be careful of is showing those different sides of her. And obviously that was a very strong, powerful, like confident dance. But last week's was also that as well, and I believe the week before was also that. So we need some light and shade now. We've had the tango.
There was
we've had
booing.
the Paso.
There was booing. Carrie-Anne thought the opening was a little too much, a little overdone.
Oh,
I don't know. What do
okay.
you think? I think
No.
it was amazing.
Oh my gosh, the
This
opening
is a
with the
television
frog?
show,
No,
right?
Carrie-Anne, don't say that. That was insane. And here's the thing: it's Dancing with the Stars. We need those creative moments for the show to be like, wow, you don't want to watch a boring show. I don't want to be a part of a boring show. This is not a boring show. So we do fun things like that. That little box, it looked like she was in a box, and I can tell you it wasn't. It was all, obviously you saw pieces put together that can be pulled apart, and it's so effective. Like, I definitely don't think that was too much.
And her being trapped in a box, wanting to show different sides of her. I mean,
Wonderful.
Lots of layers to it, and I'm sure that everyone watching was a huge fan and will be picking up the phone or, you know, getting online and actually voting, because I think that there's a real huge show of support, obviously, just from who she is and what an incredible year this is. Of course, her most memorable year is right now. The Olympics, what an incredible Olympics it was for her, for a 16-year-old to experience
She probably doesn't have that many years to choose from.
Yeah.
At 16-year-old, it'd be like being born,
Yeah. So
going
she
to school.
just like completely owned the Olympics. Now she's like crushing it on Dancing with the Stars. So she's having a great year.
Oh my gosh, Carrie-Anne gave that an 8. That is insane. And Bruno gave it an 8.
Wow. That is
Boo.
surprising scores, man.
Yeah, very, very surprising. And I think that I think that they are going to be safe. I really do believe that they're going to be safe. I don't think that was an 8 at all.
I know. They jumped the guns on the 10 and they just wanted to kind of bring it back.
I don't know what their reckoning is, but I really don't think there's an 8. I believe that they should judge the dance on that dance